So, ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to the last race of round 6 of the Dutch Championship for Rotax and KZ2, powered by Chrono Karting here at Circuit de Lansard. Here it is, your starting grid for the KZ2 final. Enzo Bol and Jens Treur will start on the front row with the SP Motorsport driver in the 255 starting from pole position. Robin Glirum will be joined by Farin Mega on row number 2. Daniel Tenbach and Bruno Mulders round out row 3 with Jeffrey Fixer, Kevin Stehauer, Doug van Zifthout and Dan Zopfi rounding out the top 10. Rick Mewers, Nigel Hendricks, Nina Gederman, then we've got Martijn van Eden, Renzo Alibax and Bart Plug rounding out the 16 competitors who will take to the grid. Of course, Jana Opmeer, a non-starter in this particular occasion through the pre-final. Got a little bit of an announcement to spring with you people, and also a little bit of housekeeping as well after this race is concluded. So the drivers now weaving from side to side, getting temperatures into the tyres and the braking systems on these KZ2 shifter carts. They are bringing them around for another tour. They will use the cut through, as we have done with every single race start at this round and also back in May. That's round number 4. Youngster came into this round of the season as the championship leader after great work at Calvin. But Enzo Bol is now once again looking for another maximum score of 55 points. When the red lights go out, we will be underway for 13 minutes plus 2 additional laps. And I can see on the left-hand side of the Parc Fermé location that a lot of people are watching, not just from the gantries above the start-finish straight, but also down on terra firma. Eight rows of competitors, 16 drivers set to take into battle for round 6, the final. Bol and Treur line up. So do Glirum and Mega. Tenbach and Mulders. The final few drivers starting to line up in formation here at Circuit de Lansard. So we wait with bated breath. Green flag at the back. Drivers instructed to look at the lights, and for one more time, it's on your marks. Get set, get ready, and get racing. Bad start from Enzo Bol. Oh, he dumped the clutch and it wasn't going forwards. What a shame for the 255. Jens Treur makes headway early doors as everyone makes their way through into turn 2 on the opening time. But this is early times in the race. Enzo Bol makes it through on Farin Mega, but makes a mistake. Oh, slightly into the back. That looks to be the Maranello chassis that was just in front of him. I think that might have been Jeffrey Fixer. And it was the 205. So a mistake on the start by Enzo Bol and nearly getting caught out through turn number 3 is not what the 255 wanted. However, we've got 12 minutes and 22 seconds plus 2 additional laps remaining in this race. There's still plenty of time for Bol to claw it back. Treur leads off the opening lap ahead of Glirum, Tenbach, Mulders, Fixer. Bol down to 6, Mega down to 7, Stehauer, Zifthout. Alibax up 5 spots already and is now running P10. And there is Alibax, who has got, I think that was Dan Zopfi just behind. There's the 211. Kevin Stehauer trying to get through on Farin Mega. Mega holding his ground. Stehauer nearly stumbling. The field makes its way through turns 11 to 13 here on lap number 2. Fastest lap on the opening lap, Robin Glirum, 46.244. now being caught by Daniel Ten back. Now, there was a change. Jeffrey Fixer got through on Bruno Moulders, who blocks off the door for Enzo Bol going into turn 2. And Farin Mega manages to defend against Renzo Alibax and Doug van Siftal in the battle for P8. So Bol and Moulders, line is turned through the chicane at 6 and 7. Now into the next complex here at 8 and 9 into 10. Be very, very careful how you accelerate out of turn number 11. First of three right-hand apexes. That's a move from Ten backs. Dived up the inside through turn 1. Bol now goes for the move on Moulders. He gets through for 5th place. As Alibax goes up the inside, that was a move on Moulders. Moulders loses another place. So changes are afoot. 10 minutes to go, there's still time. And it also depends on how committed you are. If you can put the racehorse style blinkers on and just go and put your head down and go for it. That's one of the things here. KZ2 rewards effort, commitment and perseverance all at the same time. Jenstra continues to lead the way. Robin Glirum in second, now being attacked by Daniel Ten back. Jeffrey Fixer in the 2:05, now up 3 places from 7th on the grid. Now going for P3, now going through into the stadium section through the chicane. A lot of 90-degree corners here at Circuit de Lansard, especially in the final section. At the moment, Jenstra continues to lead. 7 tenths is his advantage. Dive on the inside. Great move. Jeffrey Fixer through on Daniel Ten back. So the Maranello chassis gets up the order into P3. Jeffrey Fixer, a long-time exponent of KZ2. Has competed in the CIK FI Championships, World or European, at an international level. But still, it's always good to race where your roots all started in karting. It's great to see Jeffrey Fixer being a regular part and parcel of the paddock. So now the race is really quite very much on. Robin Glirum might have to watch himself. Now change for 4th. Good move there by Enzo Bol. That allowed the door to be open for Renzo Alibax, who has also got through. So Ten back now drops down to 6th place behind Bol are now up to 5th. Alibax now up into 5th place. Renzo Alibax took a leaf out of Thierry Del Rey's book, if you might remember, at turn 2 at Kerpen last time out at round number 5 before we had the summer break. So things are getting a little bit closer. Top 6 covered by 1.8 seconds after 6 laps. We now complete lap number 7 with 7 minutes and 50 plus 2 laps to go. So they're starting to expand that gap. New fastest lap. Well, no surprise, it's the man who's got the new track record in KZ2. It's Enzo Bol as Jeffrey Fixer. Jeffrey Fixer went through on Robin Glirum and got second. Brilliantly timed move from Jeffrey Fixer. Lined it up neatly, sent it like you meant it, and got the job done. Jenstra at the moment is leading and is starting to expand that lead, but maybe Jeffrey Fixer might be able to start chasing down with nearly half of the race completed. We're about 30 seconds away. A bit of a run wide coming out of turn 1 by Robin Glirum. That's going to allow Enzo Bol to dive up the inside. Alibax does it again. That was twice. Twice we've seen that. Bol's gone for the move. Alibax has followed in his wheel tracks. Saw the door open. They did it to Alibax. They've now done it to Robin Glirum. And who's next on their list? Well, who's up front? Who's in front of them? It's the Maranello, the number 205 of Jeffrey Fixer. And Enzo Bol is closing at a quick rate of knots. New fastest lap in the meantime by the driver at the back of that trait. Farin Mega in 7th. Fastest lap of the race, 42.481. Fixer in the meantime defends from Enzo Bol going through into turn 2 here on lap number 10. So out through 4 and into 5, now into 6 and 7. Jeffrey Fixer coming under significant pressure from Enzo Bol. Bol will be ruining it. Well, he was already kicking himself before he really got up to pace because of having a massive problem with the start. Now Fixer's got to wait. Bol's going to pull to the inside. He's going to dive through. Is Alibak's going to do the same thing again? No, he doesn't. Oh, Jeffrey Fixer stops that train of thought happening and that pattern. Could have been 3 drivers that would have been mugged by the same 2 drivers through. It would have been 3 drivers in a row at the same point on the circuit that would have had Enzo Bol and Renzo Alibak up the inside of them. However, Jeffrey Fixer has stopped that trend from happening again. Renzo Bol still has the fastest lap to his credit. Now he can start, well, he's pulled away already from Jeffrey Fixer and he's got that gap down to 1.1 seconds. Enzo Bol now gunning for the race lead. Won the pre-final, starting on pole position. And it's getting very, very close for comfort. Renzo Alibak's being pressurised by Robin Glirum and Farin Mega. And with the fact that Enzo Bol is probably taking about a tenth or so out of Jens Strohe, the gap will come down. It was 1.1 seconds, it's now 9 tenths and a new fastest lap. 42.426 was the lap time from Jens Strohe. Enzo Bol, new fastest lap of the race, 42.196 as, we've had Bruno Mulders unfortunately park up. I haven't seen that in the meantime, but he's out as of lap number 4. He's looking with eagle eyes as well. Competed in KZ2 last year here in the championship. Dan Zopfi has dropped to the back end of the field. Meantime, Renzo Alibak has to get on with the business at hand, getting past Jeffrey Fixer and seeing if he can start catching the 2 up front. Enzo Bol has now truncated that gap significantly. He's 9 tenths, is now 4 tenths. And he's just put in another new fastest lap on the bounce. 42.125, it's not if, it's when. Does Enzo Bol pull the trigger and get his way past the race leader? Nina Gaderman, in the meantime, has lost out to Kevin Steyharder, who's got through on the 203 for 10th place on the road. Robin Glirum under pressure from Farin Mega. Jeffrey Fixer under pressure now from Renzo Alibak. So those are the battles for 5th and 3rd, respectively. Enzo Bol is now really starting to close that gap. It was 4 tenths, make that half. Not even half, it's less than half. And he took over 2 tenths, nearly 2.5 tenths. Strohe now knows Bol is after his scalp at the minute. And despite the early dramas, and that's a moment. Fixer and Alibak together at turn number 3. Yellow flags waving. Alibak was backwards into the barriers, pushes the cart unassisted. And Jeffrey Fixer spun around, which means now the battle for 3rd place is between Robin Glirum, Farin Mega, and keep your eyes behind the 245 from Germany. Daniel Tenbach is still in this. Enzo Bol dives for the race lead on lap number 16 at turn 1 and gets the job done. Now the race really begins in earnest. Bol just threw it up the inside with pure conviction and intestinal fortitude. In other words, a 4-letter word known as guts, and got the job done and said to Jens Strohe, you might be leading the championship, but you know what? I'm going to bring myself back into it. You're not getting a double victory. Not here, not today. But whilst that's happening, Robin Glirum, Farin Mega and Daniel Tenbach are closing in. And now Enzo Bol has a lead and is starting to slightly expand it, corner by corner. Now Jens Steur has Robin Glirum, not too far behind. There's Farin Mega. So second, third and fourth. Across the line, we're covered by just over half a second. We are into the final 60 seconds of the race. So Jeffrey Fixer out, Renzo Alibax out, Dan Zotfi out, as well as Bruno Mollers. So 4 drivers downstairs in pit lane at the moment in Parc Fermé. A real shame of how their races respectively have ended. But Enzo Bol trying to do what he can. Robin Glirum defending from Farin Mega. That's for the final step on the rostrum. And Farin Mega running in the Mach 1 chassis. Still remember back in his early days when I met him and his mum and dad, Nina and Daniel. This is just after he'd won the Minimax Crown in, well, I think it was actually Minimax Crown in Conde Pareba in the 2018 Grand Finals that year when he won it for Team Germany. And oh, careful, Farin Mega nearly overstepping the mark there. His front bumper was catching the rear bumper of Robin Glirum's. So 3 laps to go, including this one. And, well, we crossed the line with 2 seconds to spare. Enzo Bol now has a 6/10 of a second advantage over Jens Steur, who will, I think, continue to lead the championship after this round. At the time, well, sunlight is starting to fade here at Circuit de Lansart, just outside of Eindhoven Airport here in the Netherlands. And this technical circuit has challenged all that have stepped onto it here over the course of this weekend, here at round number 6. 2 laps to go. And Bol holding on to a 6/10 of a second lead. Been quite metronomic in the last 3 laps. A mid 42.5, 42.4, 42, the low 42.3, high 42.3. And there's just about 1.5 kilometres of racing action still upon us here in the KZ2 final. So next time around, as Enzo Bol comes through the triple right-hander for the penultimate time. Now through the left-hander. 1 more lap remains. Enzo Bol starts the final lap of the race meeting here in KZ2, the final. Leading by 0.666 of a second. But Jens Steur, Robin Glirum, Farin Mega and Daniel Tenbach running at the top 5. Doug van Zifthout, Bud Plug, Kevin Stehauer, Nina Gederman and also Rick Mewes ran at the top 10. Nigel Hendricks and Martijn van Eyden, still the last of the classified runners on the circuit. But, well, it's been a weekend for one driver to remember, and his name is Enzo Bol, as he fires it out of the final corner. The 2:55 does the double here at Circuit de Lansart here at round 6. Jens Steur second, Robin Glirum third, Farin Mega fourth, Daniel Tenbach in 5th ahead of Doug van Zifthout, Bud Plug. A few more drivers still to cross the line. Kevin Stehauer and Nina Gederman round out the top 9. 10th will be Rick Mewes, with Nigel Hendricks and Martijn van Eyden due to complete the finishing order. But Enzo Bol takes the victory by 1 second after 21 laps. A thumbs up there from Robin Glirum, who finishes 3rd. But Bol does the double. The championship goes to Berchem in 4 weeks' time.